good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my review today of a movie I've just watched. And I thought today I wasn't actually going to do a review. And then when I watched it, I thought I might as well do a review of that film today because I've not done a review for a few weeks, a week, whatever. And the movie is KICKBOXER Vengeance on Blu-ray. I've just watched this, as you can see, and it stars Dave Bautista. It starts Bautista with a U, you know, and Elaine Mazzy, Gina Carano, with Georges and Van Damme, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and I've just watched it, right? And like I say, it's a pretty good film, I'd say. The story's about this guy. His brother's murdered by a character called Tong Po. His brother is. Because this is a remake. This is kind of like a remake, but it's not a remake. It is and it isn't. It's weird. Because the story's different. It doesn't copy on the original one. Certain parts does. For instance, like there's one part where there's dancing, and I'll get to that part in a bit and later on in the review. Anyway, so we want vengeance against this Tong Po, who was in the original one. It's the same character, different actor, same character. So yeah, and the character's name's Kurt. But yeah, the character's name's Kurt, and his brother's who's played by Darren Chevalier, who I did a tribute to 2 years ago. Was it 2 years ago? I did a tribute 2 years ago, didn't I? It was 2 years ago I did that tribute. Wow, that long ago, heck. And in this film, he plays the kid's brother in it, and but unfortunately he gets killed by Tong Po's character, and so the kid wants revenge, and he trains under Van Damme's character, in the movie. In the film, you know, shows that this is like Darren Chevaliers' last movie, I think it was. I think this was his last film he ever did, because at the end, right, they pay tribute to him at the end of the credits, because I had to fast forward the credits to see if they do it, and they did. It's sad, really. You see the cool guy too. It's sad. His character was great, you know. Too bad he wasn't in the film longer in this film. That's the end. There's a few beefs of this film. One, he's not in the film longer, and two, is the subtitles in it. It's like when there's foreigners talking, it's like subtitles that pop up in it. I'm thinking, what was that all about? There's that part where they start going White Warrior, and then you see the subtitles pop White Warrior, and I think, why do that? I don't know. Just some scenes did bug the hell out of me though. Apart from that, pretty solid movie. I love the humour in it. I love the part where he starts training Thingy's character, Kurt's character, Kurt. Yeah, he starts training him and It's just one part where his kids are throwing like coconuts at him, and Van Damme's like whacking, like smashing him with his arms and something. Ooh, his arms must have made of steel or something, or iron or whatever. It's pretty tough. Yeah, it's great. It's, you know, I like Van Damme. He's you know, he's like in his 50s now. I think he's 50 something years old, I think. And he still knows how to kick. You know. He's one part where he kind of like fights Finger's character, and he kicks him, you know, kicks him. He just kicks him, and just wow, you know. And I thought, you know, Van Damme is like tough as it's like made of steel in this film. It's tough. Because in the original Kickboxer film, his brother gets put in a wheelchair. He doesn't get killed. He's put in this film. He gets killed. It's like a different take of the Kickboxer story. You know what they should do? I'd love to see a video game on this, like a Kickboxer video game where you play Van Damme's character, and it's like a story mode where you play. You know, I'd love to see a Kickboxer video game. I'd love to see that. If I could even like maybe a tournament game, you know. They say the cover there. He looks like Van Damme in it. Look up there. He looks like Van Damme. There's one part where he does this kick run. It looks like Van Damme's kick, and I think, Jesus Christ, it's fantastic. It really was good. Some great fight scenes in it. There is one part I thought it was a bit hokey looking. There's one part they were fighting on the elephant, and And you can tell the kind of fake elephants. I thought, oh my god. Apart from that, good fight scenes in it, good stunt work in this film. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I really did. What I'm gonna do is put my review. I did a review last time and I forgot to put the number out of 10, so I do it in this one. So I hope I don't forget this time. Oh yeah, the villain in it, Tong Pao, played by David Bautista. I can't remember the name of the actor who played the original one. I can't remember. Well, it's been in quite a few Van Damme movies in the past. But you know what? Bautista's impressed me with this. He's quite intimidating looking. He's not as good as the original one. The original one was like, you know, in the original one he kicks a wall. You know, he kicks this like pillar. It's like kicking this pillar wall or whatever. And he's just intimidating looking because the part where he looks at Van Damme, he kind of goes, and he kicks it again like that, and I think, whoa, and it's like back at, oh boy, oh, Van Damme would have got pasted in that scene if he had a fight with him. Well, Dave Bautista does the same thing. He kicks this kind of like finger, but it's not quite as intimidating. I don't know what it is. It kicks this like stone thing. It's like, I don't know. It just looks less intimidating when it does that. He looks more kind of like a bit clumsy looking compared to, you know, not clumsy. What do you call that word? Clunky. You know, where he fights. But apart from that, you know, I was impressed with David Bautista's performance. There's one part where Finger points a gun at him and I'm thinking he's going to shoot him or what. So this was probably the end of the film. This would probably end the film pretty quick if we did that. If we just shot the film before, we just shot him. You know, we just shot Tone Pool. What I would have done, right? This is what I would have shot him, right? But shot him in his eye and it scars his eye, and it's got like a white eye. I would have had like an eye patch, or maybe make some more intimidating with his eye. Like maybe not, I've given him a white eye, so because that would have been, you know. Because in the original one, it looks quite intimidating in it. You know, I thought it was really intimidating in the original one, but still, Bautista did really well in this film, playing the villain in it. And he's massive. You know, he's like, I don't know how tall he is. 7 foot is he? Was he 6'5"? I don't know how bit tall he is, but he's big. You know, he makes the kid look really skinny in it. There's parts where the trying to think. There's blah blah blah. There's part where he fights him in the beginning of the film, Tong Pao, but he gets his ass whipped in it. So, yeah. I'm talking now. It's 7 minutes. The last part of the film. No. I won't get to that part yet. There's like a love scene in it, right? I'm thinking to myself. He starts dating this cop woman in it, right? This cop woman, this brunette. I'm like, okay, okay. And then, what can I say? She gets her bra off, right? She's on top of him. He's like, and she's like naked, right? I'm thinking, wow. And what can I say? What can I say? Beep, 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 beep. She's got knockers. She's got big nose. You know, I should really, you know, I'm thinking, wow, wow. So yeah, it's like a love scene, and it's like love scenes in this. I was a bit, you know, I would have thought the film was rated 18. You know, had a bit more, you know, biting, you know. But apart from that, really pretty good film, I'd say. My dad watched it. He said it was okay, but I thought it was a lot better than okay. So, what else happens in it? I'm trying to think what was the finale. There's like a tournament at the end, like a finale, and they're like have a fist. You know, you know in the original film they put like stuff on the hands, like they put these like things around the hand, and they put the stuff in the hand, this gooey stuff to put in the glass on. But in this one, they don't do that. They just kind of put the hand in glass. Maybe the gooey stuff's on the hand already. That kind of white stuff these are with the stick, you know, glue stuff on. That's what kind of baffled me. I thought, where's that white stuff? You know, to stick the stuff on the glove, you know, because in the original one they put this, the hands in this kind of like sticky stuff to get the glass, to keep the glass on. But yeah, that scene was pretty cool. Still a cool scene though. Quite bloody actually. For, you know, I thought it'd be kind of tame, but a pretty bloody film too. It's part where you know, he's hitting the Fingers character, Kurt's character. His face is all kind of cutting him, you know, cutting everything. In the original one, there wasn't like. In this one, they actually fight with swords in it. They're like swords and knives and something. And in the original, no, in this one, they fight with swords. In the original one, they fight with swords. In the original one, they just fight with like, you know, and then Van Damme's character takes the stuff off, you know, that, you know, and he starts fighting, you know. And this one, they kind of like they kind of fight with swords in this film compared to the original one. I feel the original one with its violence because the fight scenes were like awesome, you know, in the original one. They were so well put together, those fight scenes. In this one, they're still pretty well put together. Really enjoyed it. Good scenes. So yeah, I enjoyed it. Definitely a lot. Definitely worth watching that. Yeah, the other thing that's funny about it is Van Damme's voice. He sounds different, and I'm not sure if it's dubbed or what. His voice sounds really different. Until he starts shouting at him, it's like sounds like definitely. Says like thoroughly enjoyable, awesome. Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's a really enjoyable film. Yeah. So yeah, Van Damme's great in this. He's really good in this. He shows you what made him famous in the first place is his charisma, his humour. Oh yeah. I'll get to that last part. There's the last part and after the credits, right? And the guy in it who plays the main hero in it, you know, protagonist. I said it. Everyone seems to use that word because it sounds smart and clever, but trying to sound clever and smart, but nothing to that one. There's a scene where he comes out of the prison cell, right? The door kind of opens and he starts dancing. You know? And then it starts showing like a kind of like a split screen of Van Damme dancing from the original Kickboxer and him dancing. It's really freaking good. He even does these splits, you know, and it's like a carbon copy of that where he does he does it really well actually. I was impressed with his fight scenes and stuff. The guy's good in it. Not a patch on Van Damme because Van Damme's kind of got more charisma and, you know, he just got more edge to him, you know. This guy, no, with Van Damme's performance, it always seems very, you know, full on, you know. This guy kind of feels a slight bit laid back in it compared to Van Damme's, but it's still, his fight scenes are great. And he's still pretty good in that, so I was pretty impressed with his fight scenes, really. I like this thing, he does this kind of move where he kind of kicks up like that. I've seen it quite a few times, these fight scenes, you know, where they kind of like, they go and kick up like that, and so like, it's pretty good. I don't know what you call that. Kick, I don't know. Yeah, So yeah, the dance scene is really good. I had to see that. It's really funny. So Van Damme's great in it, you know. I like Van Damme in it. He's fantastic. Dave Bautista impressed me in this film because he starts like doing his kicks and stuff. Not patching the original guy because his kicks were just lethal, but Bautista was pretty freaking built in this film. The guy who replaces Van Damme's character, well, he plays the main hero in it, protagonist, whatever you call that word. I was impressed with his performance because he's so really well, you know, he's well built and stuff like that. Not as good as Van Damme's character from the original one, but you know, Van Damme's performance, but his fight scenes are great, and you know, he's pretty fit fella where he does those stunts and stuff in the movie. So yeah, and the cop woman, who shows a bit of flesh in that film. So yeah. Dance scene, I loved the dance scene. I give that I give that a 10 out of 10. That fight scene, that dance scene, and a fight scene at the end, great scene. Like I say, not a patch on the original one, the fight scene, but still very good indeed. So yeah. So if I give this film a 1 out of 10, I give it a 1. No, just joking, guys. I give this 8 out of 10. I liked it. I really did like this. 8 out of 10 for this film. 8 out of 10 for Kickboxer Vengeance. Definitely worth picking up, guys. If you see this, if you see this film on the shelf, right, and you see it right, then you think, should I buy this one? I say buy it. Definitely worth a watch. Brutal fight scenes, awesome action film. JCB is brilliant. Pure action film. Yeah, I agree with all that. They're all great, you know. I enjoyed this. I look at the comments, right, and there was like some people seem to criticise the film, but I liked it. Really enjoyed it. So 8 out of 10 for that, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, check it out. And anyway, put comments about what you think of that film. If you don't agree, fine. You know, that's your opinion. If you didn't like it, it's fine. But I liked it anyway. So anyway, guys, 8 out of 10 for that. Anyway, I think I'll get going now. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Snapchat. Like I said, I love that film. Take care, guys, and enjoy the review, and hopefully you like it. So bye, guys. Take care.